Hey guys, I am Mara Young, and if you're new here, you are watching a channel that talks about faith, finances, and follow through. And we're on our follow through series. Now, I'm still doing my makeup. This is real life. I'm not editing it out. So I'm going to finish doing my makeup. But while I'm doing my makeup, this is where we talk about bitterness justified. Bitterness doesn't show up loud. Like, the reason why I'm doing this series is because I feel like I didn't even know I had this anger inside of me. I didn't know I had any bitterness inside of me because I thought when you bitter, like you just angry at everything. You upset at everybody. You don't, you're just mad. But what I learned was bitter is silent. Bitter starts in places where we didn't speak up, where we didn't heal from. Bitterness starts with the people you didn't forgive. Do y'all want to see what eyeshadow I'm using? Color shifter. I used this in the last time I did my video. Color shifter from Sephora. Bitterness is not something that you could see on the surface. People could seem really pleasant and they're actually very bitter. And I didn't realize that until I started to really do that anger inventory on our first episode. We talked about that. And I was like, wait a minute. I might be a little bitter. I might be a little salty. I'm serious. Because it was times that I didn't speak up or say what was on my mind or say what I felt. It was times where I didn't say anything at all. I maybe complained to someone else, but I didn't complain to the person that I had the problem with. I didn't address the issue in a manner of clear communication, of sitting with who I am. I just kind of let it go. It is what it is. I don't want to, ruffle no feathers. And that's how I lived my life. And over time, it just becomes a lifestyle. And really, it becomes a lens on focusing in on how you live your life. And you don't want to say nothing to upset people, but then you can't heal because you never said anything. They can't, you can't forgive or they can't forgive because you never said how you feel. And then it's just like this ball that starts off soft and then it hardens every time you shut down, every time you don't say nothing. It's just like a quiet poison that's just killing you inside. And honestly, for me, bitterness felt like power. It felt like I was controlling the situation. It felt like deep down, I was, now because this person hurt me, I never let them do that again. I'll never let anybody do that to me again. And I'm going to hold up a wall and I'm not going to say anything because I'm in control. And if I don't do this, then this won't happen. Basically, I was just really displaying unresolved anger that hardened into protection. And I was telling myself, I'm protecting myself. But really what I was doing was becoming more and more bitter. Not too much, not too much. Okay. But I was becoming more and more bitter. And protection isn't always healing. Sometimes protection is a prison and bitterness can look different for everybody. And for me, in my past relationships, it looked like keeping score of the relationship. Like, if you do this for me, I need to do this for you. If you show up for me this way, I need to show up for you this way. It looks like refusing to be vulnerable. Like you'll be a little bit vulnerable with people, but not for real. You're not going to give them all of you because you don't want to be hurt. You don't want them to do you like the last person, or you don't want to feel like how people have said in the past or how people have talked about. So let me not be too vulnerable, or this one, I have like that bitterness. Also, that bitterness protection can be passive aggressive communication. And if y'all know what I'm talking about and you struggle with communication in different relationships and having passive aggressive communication and conversations, that is an inkling of bitterness. And I know people might be like, I ain't bitter. It ain't me. Is it you? Is it you that is bitter? Is it something that is coming out of you that can display bitterness? And passive aggressive communication. Or now, don't eat me in the comments for this one, my Christians, but discernment that really is distrust. Like, people be like, yeah, I got discernment, but is it discernment or you just really distrust everybody and you don't want nobody to get close to you? So you claim that you're discerning everything when you're really just not trusting anything. Now, I'm gonna move on Because one of the things that I had to work on, like even as a young kid, I feel like it's still too light. As a young kid was my tone of how I spoke, my tone of the energy that it carried when I would ask a question, when I would say something. It just felt like I had an attitude. Let's be real. Like, and that's what I talk about. It's easy to talk to people you don't know and kind of give a great attitude for that segmented time or that moment. But when it's people you know and you seem like you got an attitude, you seem like you annoyed, it's like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you treating people that actually care about you like that? Why are you carrying this energy towards these people that ain't do nothing to you, but love you, provide for you, take care of you? So sometimes and I know you probably heard your mama say this a million times. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So let's do a bitterness audit. Y'all know listen, by the end of this series, I want you guys to have a journal of episode 1 all the way to the last episode, because we're going to be pruning every bit of anger and we're going to be renewing your heart with the love and the joy of God. We're going to be renewing you. So I need you to grab your journal. If you in a car, you can listen, watch this again. You need to watch this video again. Grab your journal, because we're going to be doing a bitterness audit. If any of those things, if you've been passive aggressive in communication, if you have made, if your tone, people feel like you always got an attitude, if you displace discernment for distrust, you need to grab your journal. So question 1, who am I still proving myself to? Who are you proving yourself to? Are you proving yourself to your parents, the teacher that told you would never be nothing, who you said you're going to be, and now you getting degrees and now you working out in the gym because you feel like I'm about to bounce back, and when people see me, they're going to be like, wow, who are you proving yourself to? Because let me tell you something. If you getting in a gym for your ex, for somebody that, you left in the past, you are still giving that person power over your life. If you are doing it for the likes of others and people that you don't even like for real, but you just want to make sure that they know that you out here stunting, you are literally giving that person power. And it's time to take your power back. It's time to take your power back. I know I said this before. I can't say it enough. We are doing things with grace, with love, peacefully. Okay? And it's time to take your power back. So who are you trying to prove yourself to? Who are you getting cute for, honey? Who are you trying to prove yourself to? Because that's why, like, honestly, I like wearing makeup, but I'm going to keep it real. I will get on here with no makeup. I'm not trying to prove myself to nobody at this point. It was the time where I was trying to prove myself to people. I want to prove that I'm a businesswoman. I want to prove that I'm smart. I want to prove that I'm a leader. Listen, I just want to prove that I love the Lord and that God protects and provides for me, and I work full time for the Lord. That's all I want to prove at this point. So, like, the next question I want you to ask yourself is, who do I secretly see who I want to see fail or struggle even just a little bit? Like, it's like, you always doing good. When you gonna need something from me, or when, I know it's a unexplainable feeling, because you like, I love everybody. I want everybody to win. But when they're not doing good, you underline like, oh, you're not doing good. What happened? I want to know. If that's you being messy Betsy, honey, write it down. Who do you secretly want to see struggle? And it better not be me. I'm just kidding. But write it down, whoever it is. And what name or memory still makes your stomach turn, or like makes you have these feelings of like, oh, I cannot stand that. Like, something for me is, I'm a big bathroom person, because I remember when I was younger, we used to have this bathroom that was, oh my gosh, I can't even explain how horrendous it was. And I was so scared to get in the tub, and I was so scared to like get in the shower. So now I'm really big on bathrooms. So like, what memory do you may have that's like, ingrained in you that may make you feel like just some type of way? You don't have to feel bitter about it, but just like any type of way. And another thing is, I want you to think about, are you being guarded and it won't allow you to heal? Ask yourself that question. And just write down whatever comes up. Are you being so guarded that you're not even allowing yourself a chance to heal? You're not even allowing yourself a chance to new opportunities, new open doors, because you've been rejected so many times. You don't even want to try again. You don't even want to do it. Where in your life are you withholding love or compassion? Where in your life are you withholding love, compassion, and trust? That's so important, because when you are withholding love, it's hard to receive it. And God will put people in your path, but if you reject the blessing, it's hard to receive it. So where are you withholding love? Like you felt like you've been done so wrong, you're scared to let people in. Where are you withholding that? Where are you withholding that trust? Like, last time I let somebody, I trusted somebody, they did this to me, so now I'm not going to trust anybody. Don't ever do that, because now you're giving that person power over your new relationships and over the new things that God has for you. Excuse me. I need some water. In this series, being a little bit more myself, relaxed, because honestly, it's time to be real. It's time to really just put it out there. And your girl was thirsty. So pretty much, I want you to do one last thing. Just bless what you used to curse. Bless the things that you just were like, oh my gosh, I can't stand this. What are you holding and harboring? Because bitterness says never again. And healing says next time I'll protect myself with wisdom, not vengeance. Healing doesn't look at things like never in my life again. No. I want you to sit with some of the questions that I asked you, some of the questions that I asked myself. And I want you to understand that bitterness is silent. You might not feel like I'm not bitter. I'm happy. I'm perfect. I'm this. I'm accountable. I thought so too. I thought the same exact thing for myself. But honestly, I was lying to myself. And that's why I had to fire that version of me, because I was lying to myself. And if you're ready to be honest and stop lying to yourself, I have words of grace for you, because these same words I had to give grace to myself. So I have words of grace for you. And I want you guys to see my finished look, because I'm going to do a lip as well. I had lip gloss on my lips. So if you've been bitter, you're not broken. You're human. Bitterness often begins where we stop listening to our pain. But God never stops listening to our pain. God never stops listening to what we're saying to ourselves. And God is ready to trade in your bitterness for the joy of God. If you are ready to hand over your bitterness for the joy of God, for the joy that God has for you, comment below. Just comment below joy. I know bitterness feels safe, but it really keeps you stuck in somewhere you're not meant to be. So today, I want you to release the bitterness, release the person that you have no business being anymore. Release the power that you've given over the things in your life that no longer serve you. Release it. It's time. Next week, we'll be diving into rejection and how it tries to redefine who we are. Rejection is such a big part of this series, because when we follow through with what God has for us in this season, we have to realize that sometimes we're going to get a no, but that doesn't mean a no. That just means a not right now. So I can't wait to talk about this. And this is what I gave. I hope you like this look. And I have this. So like I said, I got this new makeup in my last video. Tatar. Yeah, that's what I believe it's called. It's this Korean line. I seen it on YouTube. All the girlies got it. So I had to cop it. But I don't know if I got the right color, because my neck look a little darker. God only knows. But I hope you guys like this look. And until next time, if no one's told you today, I love you. God loves you. Peace.